Hi there, this is Nicole Lee with Health, Beauty, and More with some new beauty tips. First of all, uh, people with fine hair, like I have to pay special attention to make that look uh, fuller, more volumized than people with naturally thicker hair. So, some of the things to think of are how often you wash your hair. You don't want to wash it every day. It just puts too much stress on the hair. And you don't want the breakage because you need all the hairs you can get. So you'll have hair to brush. I've heard that horsetail supplements, that HORSE, I'm talking about a real horse, they call it horsetail, is very good. A lot of people claim that that's the answer to their hair looking healthier, growing out healthier, and it actually seems to help with loss of hair. So there's less of that going on. So try that. And since you're not going to be washing your hair every day, when you do wash your hair, you want to make sure that you rinse out the soap thoroughly. And if you are one inclined to use a blow dryer, you can just turn your head down, upside down with your hair facing forward and blow dry it from the back forward. I wouldn't over dry it because then you're adding more heat. The heat, unless you have a cool setting, the heat setting actually can do some more damage to your hair, and it's going to be more fragile if it's fine hair. What you can do after you're ready to comb it is you can actually use your fingers and run them through the hair that's been blown dry instead of combing it. But if you want it to look really full, you can take the hair at the crown and pulling it up and then just lightly teasing it, and leave the hair that's not teased and put that over it to cover the teased area, and then maybe use a little hairspray. Now, I know it's a no-no to use brushing of wet hair, combing or brushing. A wide tooth comb's better than a fine tooth comb. What I bought was a wet dry brush, but I have a license, a beauty license, so I can buy these, and I'm sure that they must sell them in other places besides beauty supply stores. This one is just called Wet Brush Pro, and I believe it was about $4.99. It comes in all colors, but it really is easier on the hair, so you don't have as much pulling. You can also wear bangs, where a lot of people, myself included, have the hairline starts a little bit further back, and if I were to pull the bangs forward, that covers those areas where it's thinner looking, and then you don't notice it as much. It just looks like you have more hair. And a trick that I've used is hair pieces and or hair extensions that clip in. I'm sold on both of those, and if I want to do a ponytail, I get one of my hair pieces and usually just stick a comb in it, and it really has a nice ponytail effect. It just looks really good for a change, to do that. Go give it a try if you're inclined to try new things, and see if you like that idea. You know how people usually get out of the shower and then they start brushing their hair? Well, your hair is wet. So it's not really a good idea for fragile hair or fine hair to take a brush to it. So I still swear by this brush that it's less likely to tangle even if it's wet. But you can brush your hair before you go into the shower, and that way you will have less tangles in your hair and won't have to comb it as much after you're out and after your towel dried it lightly. A leave-in conditioner is a real good idea, and always after shampoo, using some conditioning in your hair to help it because of the fragility of your hair being finer. And when you go to sleep, you don't want to just tie it tight into a ponytail or braid it, because that pulls out more hair as you're sleeping. You might even consider investing in a satin pillowcase, because that's slippery and it would be better for your hair if you had that instead of the cotton one, and you might actually prefer it. Why don't you give it a try? Satin pillowcase. You might want to invest in something called dry shampoo, because usually if you have less hair, then the oils show up faster. So if you spray some of that onto the area where the scalp is oily, it'll camouflage the oiliness. The oiliness just kind of weighs down your hair, makes it look even finer. If you want to take care of your scalp by stimulating it, you can do your own little scalp massage. It feels better if somebody else is doing, but you could still manage to give yourself some blood supply to that area, which is good to nourish the follicles in your hair. So I wanted to talk about that, and a little bit about coconut oil and all the different uses that it has, including strengthening your hair. So it's supposed to do that. Coconut oil, 100% pure coconut or organic is what I prefer. Coconut oil is very good for so many different things. I use it for removing makeup, sometimes just as a lip balm, moisturize the lips, a little bit of moisturizing. You can even add it to other moisturizers to put on your skin. And one other thing about coconut oil is you can actually make your own natural deodorant. And here's the recipe. You ready? Get a pen, paper, if you want to write this down, or just pause and go back and look at it. And I'll put it on the annotations. You take a 1/4 cup of baking soda, then I'd put that in the bowl, and then add a 1/4 cup of cornstarch, and you mix those two together. And then take 6 tablespoons of coconut oil and mix that in there. And if you have essential oils, they're very nice and pleasant to the nose, and they're natural. You might try one of your favorite scents of something like, might be lavender, might be ylang ylang, or it could be sandalwood. But citrus, they have all kinds of different aromatherapy. They're just little bottles this big that you find them at the health food store, and it probably won't take very much. Just experiment with how many drops you need to get that full scent coming through for your deodorant, and apply it in the area under your arms or wherever you feel like you are perspiring, where your sweat glands seem to make you perspire. So give those things some thought, and get back to me on what you think of this. And I would love it if you subscribed and commented to my channel, Nicole Lee Health, Beauty, and more. Take care. And if you like my earrings, I made them myself. I make jewelry, repair jewelry for people, and it's just a side job. Thank you. Bye-bye.